good. How are you?
Good, good. So what do you want to talk about today?
I guess just like the feelings that I'm having about like actually coming out to people about my BDSM. Um, just the past sessions that we've had, we kind of discussed like how to come out to people and, really like to my friends and like a few family members, and just the reactions that I'm getting are really frustrating me because they're pretty negative, and it just makes me like not want to tell people. And when I don't tell them, I feel like I can't be who I am, and it makes me uncomfortable, and I hate feeling like that. I just feel like I'm alone and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that does sound like a frustrating and lonely experience. I mean, as we spoke about in our past sessions, you've only told like a couple of people. And I guess since we haven't really talked about what they've been exactly saying to you, because you mentioned that it's been like negative so far, maybe we can talk a little bit about that and how that's going for you.
Okay, yeah.
So have you told more people since our last session?
Yeah, I told like a few of my like other close friends, and they just they're just surprised, and they make it seem like what I'm doing is wrong, or like I shouldn't be doing it, and they just like say like make stupid comments like that it's like just abuse, and it's like that's not really sex, and it's just like weird, and obviously it's not. It's like consensual. Like everyone involved is a consenting adult, and they know what's going on, and then like they always ask a bunch of questions, and I'm fine answering them. Like I want them to be aware of what I'm doing and be comfortable with like talking about it, but they're just so judgmental that it makes me uncomfortable, and I feel like instead of like them being curious about what I'm doing, they're just judging every response that I'm giving them.
Yeah, I definitely feel that when people don't really know much information about something, such as your friends with BDSM and experiences related to BDSM, I feel that they just tend to rely on their stereotypes and what they see on the media, which isn't necessarily portrayed accurately. So I can definitely see how that can be really frustrating for you though, just because it's not your responsibility to educate them about it, but they are your good friends and you want to keep them around in your life, of course.
Yeah.
Can you tell me like how it is that you've been coping with this? Like when they say things like that, like a specific example maybe of what someone said.
Well, like I guess one of my friends that I told, she initially was just like, oh, that's so weird, like you don't really do that, and I was like, no, yeah, like me and whoever, like, yeah, like we are members of this club and it's really safe, and we have our established roles, and we understand what we want, and it was just like she was looking at me like I had three heads, and like just didn't even care about like what I was saying. And then I kind of felt like I was like trying to convince her that what I was doing was okay and normal, and it like wasn't convincing. I just kept sounding like I was like crazy and what I was doing was wrong and I should just stop talking about it.
You felt that what you were saying was crazy, or she made me feel that way?
Yeah.
The way she was not understanding you.
Yeah, like she made me feel that way because I know what I'm doing is completely fine, and like I think it's completely normal. There's nothing abnormal with what I'm doing, and it's who I am. It's what I want to do, and I'm like proud of it. And I'm not trying to force anyone else into this community. Like I'm not saying that they have to do what I'm doing to be my friend. I just want them to accept who I am and know everything about me so I can be who I want to be.
Of course, and that's totally understandable. And yeah, from our past sessions, everything you've been saying is normal. You are with a partner who is consenting to whatever it is that you want. You guys have an open and honest communication, and it sounds like you're just tired of hearing people think that it's abuse when it's not.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want someone to think that I'm getting beat up, and I'm not. They never seen me with any marks or anything. They didn't even know until I told them. So it's just like really it's really hard to hear them being so judgmental about their friend. And I thought like we were closer than that. I thought they would be accepting. Like I've been accepting of them for everything that they told me. So I don't know why it's so hard to accept me for the decisions that I'm making in my private world. Like when I'm having sex, like this is what I want to do, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Definitely. It is your private life, and it shouldn't really bother them because you're just doing what is making you happy, and it's not really hurting yourself or anyone else.
Right. Yeah, and I like tried to explain to them that like no one is getting hurt, and then they just kind of assume that like I was abused by someone, and that's not true either. I was never abused ever in my life, and then I don't want them to think badly about like any adult in my life to think that they like touched me or like molested me, because that's not true. This is just something that I was born with. Like this is like what I'm into, and that's what they don't understand.
Yeah, you don't want to have to give a reason or explanation for your behavior every time your sexual behavior every time you're asked about it. Like,
Yeah.
Because it's just part of who you are.
And like I can understand their curiosity, and I'm comfortable answering questions that they have because they are my friend, and I feel comfortable asking them things and getting an answer, but I shouldn't be like judged or like criticized for like negatively based on this. And I would I want them to ask questions like in a way to make sure that like what I'm doing is safe, and just for them to be happy with that, because I'm happy.
Well, I'm glad that you are happy, and
Yeah.
kind of being aware and understanding of why maybe they wouldn't be more like accepting and responsive to like what you just want to do in your own personal life.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to anyone else about this?
Just a few friends that I like in the past sessions that we discussed about, and then just like the two other friends that I told recently. But no, like I wanted to tell a few of my family members, but then I don't know how to approach it without creating a huge mess and then it like being spread to everyone in my family. So I don't know if I want to share it with anyone else.
Well, I know last time we were talking about like finding books on people with similar experiences, being involved in BDSM and then coming out and telling their family members or their close friends or whatever. And did you get to look into that at all? Yet,
No,
or?
I didn't, but it's definitely something that I want to look into. So yeah, I didn't know, do you have any like available sources or anything like that that you could like point me in the direction of?
We can definitely go find a computer and just research some books and some good sources together and see whatever you feel most comfortable reading.
Okay.
Okay, awesome.